So in the past, if you click on a visit like this, you'll see that on the right hand side, you'll have a little side panel where all the objects that were extracted from this page was listed. We now have a new tab on the left hand side here at the top where all of these objects are seen. And if I click on something there, it will move within the report to where it is, if the report is open. And on the right hand side, you'll see all the different pages where this particular object was extracted from. The easiest way to get stuff on the graph would be to pick something from the object here, from the objects, and just drag it onto the graph. So let's say we're looking for Ivanka Trump. I'm going to search for Trump. Right, there we go, Ivanka Trump. I'm just going to take this name, drag it onto the graph, and there it sits, right? I can also click on the plus button. It doesn't matter. And now if we want to link these two together, I can go from this dot over there and put it onto that dot. It's kind of magnetic. And I can say married, and there we go. I can also say, let's make it a bidirectional link. I can change the, make it dotted, something like this. The other way to get this link here, which is the way that we usually use, is you just press Alt and connect it really quick. You don't need to worry about where you're doing it from. So we're going to put it in like that. Another way to do this is just to click on this plus button, right? And you get this dialog that you can select the type of entity that you want to add. I want to show you what happens when you start typing something in. So I'm going to type in DON for Donald Trump. And you'll see that it appears at the very top as a person, because it basically looks at everything that you browsed and all of the things that were extracted from those pages and pick the top ones. So it is indeed Donald Trump that I want to add. And when I click on add, you'll see that it's on the graph, and we can link it if we want to. Let's say we want to go and say daughter, there we go. And there it's linked. It was very important for us that you can also put things on the graph that is not necessarily an object that was extracted, because maybe you just want to draw a little picture. So let's put in something that's really not on the graph. We'll call it something really random, right? Really random. And we say, let's say it's a company that we want to call it really random. You can also always go for the custom type here, but let's say it's really random. We put it in here, and it will put it on the graph with the text that you added in there and the picture, and you can link it, in any way that you want to. Okay, so another way we can get stuff on the graph is just by pasting it. So here I have a Wikipedia page. I'm going to just take that. I'm going to say Republican Party. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to paste it. And it doesn't know what it is, so it's going to make it a custom node, but I just put it in here. And of course, if this is a name that it can, figure out, like let's say Fred Trump, and I want to put it on here, it will know that it's a person, and it will put it in as a person. Okay, and the last way we can get things on the graph is by basically using the side panel. So let's go search for, let's say we go to Donald Trump, and we go to, let's see what we get, right? Open up the side panel, we get all of these names. Let's say we're going to put Baron Trump on the graph. You'll see there's a plus sign. When I click on the plus sign, it says it's sent to the graph. And now when I go back to the graph, you'll see that that entity is on the graph. Obviously, I can link it as I see fit. Right, so we really give a myriad of ways of getting things onto the graph, and we make it really easily for people to basically copy and paste things, move it from anywhere within the interface onto the graph, and that's a really easy way to get entities on the graph. Now, you'll see that some of these nodes that we have on here have pictures. Let's see how we get pictures on here, right? So the easiest way to do it is through clippings. So you'll see when we go to our clippings, these are all the clippings that we've taken. Let's do it for Donald Trump over here. So I'm going to go to any photo of Donald Trump. Let me pick one that is from his Wikipedia page. Okay, there we go. We're going to take this impressive looking picture of him. So we're going to select it like this, and you're going to press enter. Now, of course, it shows up in our clippings over here, and all I need to do is drag it onto him like this. I can resize this node should I want to. Let's resize it like this, and there you see that we have that picture that's on this node. So let's clean up this graph a little bit. So I'm going to move this here. This I'm not super interested in, so I'm just going to select it and remove it. There we go. And let's leave it like this, right? So one of the things that's really nice in the way that we create these graphs is that we give you the ability to do really good integration with the rest of the tool, right? So remember, you have the report over here, right? Here's the report, which is the kind of like unstructured data. And here we have the graph, which is like the structured data, right? So one of the views that we have is the split view that shows me the report and the graph at the same time. I'm just going to like open this up like this. I'm going to show you what happens when I move around here. So we have syncing between the structured data and the unstructured data. For instance, if I want to go to Trey Stevens and I click on his name, right, it's basically going to search within the report until it gets his name. And this means I can move around here and say, oh, okay, well, where does Elad Gil fit in? And when I click on the name, it will move to the section within the document. And this cuts both ways. So if we're on the report, for instance, right, and let's say we're in the graph over there, and there's a picture here. If we click on this picture, we will actually move the graph so that this picture is in focus, so that we can immediately see how this links into any of the other nodes on the graph. So of course I can take a site itself, let's say this particular site, which was Edge, and I can say put the site down here, link it from here to there, and this is their website. And if I click on it, I immediately get all of the information that was from this website right here. I can just click on the link and immediately navigate to this page.